Hello and welcome. We are going to be doing a mod review. Well, actually, five mod reviews. Actually, it's 5 different mods, all around the same thing. So we're looking at 5 cars. All of these are individual mods, hence the 5 mod reviews. These are all supercars-ish. Yeah, A8 is a supercar sort of. One of them's been around a while. The Ferrari on the far left of our shot has been around a while, but the 2 next to it are kind of new. They're reskins of the same thing, and then the A8 at the end is has been around a while as well, and I think we may have even looked at this one in the past, but the reskin next to it is actually new. So we're going to take a quick look at these. So these are the thing. I've actually pre-bought them so we can have a look at them. We'll have a look inside each of them, and we'll have a look around. And we are fortunately, the Ferrari on the end has a small issue with the lights. It looks like there's a rendering issue on the rear. It could be because they're on and there's a glow or something, I don't know. And we'll look at each one and look at each one a little bit more closely as well. First off, all the details for each of these mods will be in the description of the video. Oops, I don't want that, I want this. But let's have a quick look at the mods in the shop. So this one here, this is a Ferrari, top speed 102 miles per hour, 100 litres of fuel and 300 pounds a day fee, and it'll cost you $500,000. All of the Ferraris, these are Ferraris 458 Italias. They will all cost you 500,000. They're all by this Team Modding Portugal, so they're all essentially by the same guys. Although I think the reskin ones might have been published by someone else. I'm not sure though. They all essentially have the same stats: 300 pounds a day, 100 litres of fuel, 102 miles an hour. Then we have our 2 A8s. These have got a little bit more detail to them. So these are £45 a day. They have apparently 9,900 horsepower, or 7,281 kilowatts, 2,000 litres of fuel. This one, a top speed of 232. So it's going to be quick. In fact, theoretically, this should be quicker than the Bugatti Veyron that we tried out a little while ago. This one is a little bit more sedate. So this one is basically 386 kilowatts, 525 HP, 83 litres of fuel, and 96 miles an hour. So we're on Goldcrest. When we last did a little map review, where we actually looked at mod review, where we looked at cars, we actually looked at them on a map that had big fields, and we did a lot of race. I don't have that map at the moment, so we're going to use Goldcrest. We have a long straight road in Goldcrest. It's a big wide road. It might be enough for this test. I'm not sure how long it is, but we're going to try it out. So I am not sure which one of each of these is which. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a look in each one, have a look inside. Strangely enough, the Ferraris have passengers. Weirdly enough. Now I was going to try and include in this review 2 other cars. One was a reskinned Porsche 911 GT2, and the other was a Lamborghini Gallardo. However, when I basically loaded them up and tried to buy the mods, it caused the game to lag to basically hell and back. and I literally could not do a thing. So they are not included. The other thing to note, two of the Ferrari mods, the two reskins, these two guys here, they were provided in a zip file, a RAR file, which is not processable by Farming Sim. You actually have to uncompress them and drop them into your mods folder. On top of that, one of the Ferraris, I can't remember which one it was, has a broken file name for the directory that they saved them in. You have to basically remove the spaces and a full stop, and Farming Sim will then load it. I think the same applies to the Audi A8, but essentially it was provided in a RAR file that you had to unzip. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take these onto the track. The track is the wow. I think this is the one that can basically do 232 miles an hour. So what we're going to do, this is our road. It's a nice straight bit of road. I'm pretty sure we can't really go any further than there, although it does look like we can. I'm going to basically back us up. Now I'm not going to use the thing, I'm actually now going to use my steering wheel. We're going to essentially do a timed drag race, and then we're going to essentially looking down the road and go as fast as we can. Now what I should have actually installed was GPS mod. We can go in a straight line. So first thing, we're going to look at the cockpit. So here we have our Audi A8. This one apparently can go really quick. The dials actually work in this, so this could be interesting. We have a nice leather interior, we have the road, and we're going to race in the cockpit. So I'm going to turn on the hood because essentially I need this, so because we can see how fast we're going. I'm going to turn off the help. So here we are on the big long road on the Goldcrest map. We're in the middle of the road. The road is clear. We're going to race. So in order to race, I need a stopwatch. So I have my handy iPhone, and I am going to start the stopwatch. Basically remembering to make a note of the time that we basically get to the end of the map. So just for clarity's sake, the race comes from here to here. Okay, this long straight piece of road. This is essentially a Top Gun style drag race. Basically, we're going to see how fast we go, and we're going to see how quickly we do it. It's a straight line. So, without any further ado, this is the yellow Audi A8, and we are going to race it against some Ferraris, and we know this one's going to win, by the way, because it has a stupid top speed. But we're doing it first. Actually, we shouldn't do this one first. In fact, we're not. I'm going to get them all up to the starting line first. So this is the second one. Whoops. That's a bit bumpy. Actually, this might be the one that has the silliest top speed. Because literally, either that is some weird... Because that slide is just insane. this one actually does. This is the one with the insane top speed, actually. So that's the one with the insane top speed. This is the one with the insane top speed. So these are the two Audis. We know the black one is going to win. In fact, that one's going to race last. So I'm putting that there. What I'm going to do next is grab a Ferrari. Actually, I'm going to do this one first because basically I want to see how fast this goes, and also I want to do everyone in the middle of the road. So, any further ado, get my stopwatch back up. The race starts in 3, 2, 1, go. We're racing down the road. I'm going to get out of the cockpit because basically we fly back when we're sat in the cockpit. So we are doing 96 miles an hour down this road in the middle, nice and quick. There's a few bumps here. It could be interesting when we're going quick, and it's quite a long straight piece of road, and we are literally at a 30-second mark as we pass, and we will hit the end any second. Now, so we did that in 46.48 seconds. That was not bad. So we're going to reset this guy back to the farm, to the shop. We don't need that now. Let's grab another car. Let's take the Ferrari Italia. This is the kind of blood red one. This is, one's called Fire Skin and one is called Blood Skin. And the Audi, which is going to beat all of these, which we're going to do last, is, I think, Starlight Skin, I think is the name of that one. So let's get this guy in place. Pretty much in the middle of the road. So let's take a look inside the cockpit. The outside looks really, really nice. I like this. It looks good. Let's look inside. We have our nice Ferrari cockpit. We have an airbag. Just see if the dials work. Well, one of the dials works. Actually, both of them work. We have... Okay, so weirdly, we're sat in the middle. So there are actually two guys in this one, and the farmer is sat in between the two things. So that's just a little bit strange. Anyway, we have the cockpit. It's sat in race mode. It looks good, nice leather interior, not bad detailing. So let's get the and we can actually see the engine as well. That's actually pretty cool as well. We see the engine in this through the window in the back. So we'll reset the timer. We'll sit in the cockpit for this. We're looking down the road, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Acceleration's not that bad. We're going to have to flying out the back now. We're going to have to correct because we are off track. This car it's not very, we're actually not keeping it very straight, but anyway, we are at 102. We're not flying. We are drifting a little bit down the road. But the Ferrari Italia is literally doing well. We will hit the end of the thing any second. We're not much quicker. So we did it in 47.1 1.8. So this is the blood one. The reason it took a little bit longer is we had to correct a little bit, but we definitely did well. Let's head back to the shop. This is the Firestorm one. Let's put this guy onto the thing. I've noticed there's actually a cool little thing out the engine. If you look at the exhaust on this, whoa, right? The exhausts are looking kind of funky. When you get going, you've got like a gassy plume coming out. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to reset to the middle of the road, and we are parked. Let's take a look inside this one. This is pretty much the same as the last one. We're not the only passenger. In fact, we're in the middle. Same sort of deal. It is literally the same except for the outer skins. So let's sit inside and let's just reset the clock. Hopefully this will be quicker. The top speed of the Audi was only 96 and this was 102, and it should have been quicker. So in 3, 2, 1, go. We should be going quicker. Let's have a look at this. This drag race is a lot better. We're not having to correct as much. We might have to do a correction or two. Trying to avoid that though. We are actually managing to maintain speed and not have to correct. We're at 36 seconds now. We might actually do this one faster. Oh wow. Well, he did that faster than the other Ferrari. And that was the Fire. That was at 46.53. So it was quicker, but not actually that much quicker. And it wasn't as quick as I thought it would be. So we've got one chance for the Ferrari to redeem itself. And that is this one. The last of the 3 Ferraris. This is essentially, this has the same top speed, 102. So all of the Ferraris are identical in speed. They're just slightly different models, slightly different colours. We're testing them out just to see if there's anything, and also it seems that we, by testing these out individually, we've got 3 different speeds. That Audi had an incredible time, and it literally stolen the show. It actually has stolen the show. Okay, so let's have a quick look inside. Again, we seem to have exactly the same cockpit, and we seem to be sharing with 2 other dudes. So let's get ourselves ready. We're going to reset the timer. I can get into my phone, which was locked itself, and our timer is reset and ready. 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to have to reset this one because we've got slightly. Okay, we messed that one up. Boom. Yeah, we screwed that one. So that's what happens when you basically drive too quickly on Goldcrest. So let's reset that guy and head back. So because he ended up in the drink, we're going to give him another chance. So he went 24 seconds in, by the way, and he then ended up in the drink. And as you saw, we flipped and we spun and we generally made a big mess. And if that had been a real Ferrari, it would have been completely tailed and probably we'd be dead. So, and I was going flat out and I was trying to correct, and basically it's just so difficult to correct. We've had a couple of good runs because we've literally had absolutely perfect line. This is where a GPS mod comes in. It gets you use GPS mod to get you set up. Thought I was actually lined up pretty well. We have a road sign on us. Okay, let's try this again. We're probably going to lose it to that road sign, but anyway. Anyway, let's quickly reset and 3, 2, 1, go. We are drifting again. Trying to keep this one relatively straight. We're at top speed. "34 seconds in. Not sure if we're actually going to make it. 43. 46.51. So we literally managed to post a time 46.51. So this is the fourth of the Ferrari Italias. So there we have it. So the last of them, this guy. Please note, I know this guy's going to basically make a mess. I just want to make sure this is straight because I know this is way too quick. And the problem with this one being very quick is any corrections is going to result in a mess. So this is the, I think it's Sky, whatever. It's a nice fancy skin on the Ferrari, on the Audi A8, sorry R8, R8. Dope. This beastie has a top speed of 232 mph. I expect this to do it a lot quicker unless it's going to K-line itself into a tree. So without any further ado, let's take a look inside the cockpit. Now we've got a nice black leather interior, just like we had on the other one. We've got the R8 logo there. And essentially, that's it. We're not showering with any dude. And quite frankly, we're going to get a lot of bugs in our face because literally our head is sticking out. We're going at 200 miles an hour. This guy's going to lose top of his head. Anyway, so without any further ado, we are going to race. So 3, 2, 1, go. This guy is accelerating. We are going very quick. We're drifting, but it might not matter because we will be there before we can say shit. Boom! That was 21.3 seconds. 21.3 seconds. The R8 Sky. I'm calling it the R8 Sky, but I'm pretty sure it's a different name. Literally, and we were not going straight. In fact, we were going so quick that literally we were drifting. We didn't take off though. I expected us to take off a little bit on this because of the bump in the road. Now, the thing is, the thing I want to try, and let's try it, is let's go back. Let's go back at full speed. Because there's a rise in this thing, we are going to get air at the top of this hill. We are going to get air. Literally, when we hit this, we are going to get... No, we're not going to get air. We got a little bit of air. Tiny, tiny bit of air. We got a tiny bit of air, but we didn't get that much. This guy goes 70 miles an hour backwards. So this is an insane car. It slides, power slides terribly. I mean, I'm in a tree. I don't know where I am, but I'm in a tree. You can't control this. You know, you can't drive this car. It is so twitchy. The other cars, if you weren't being silly and going at high speed, you could drive them. I'm hardly touching the actual wheel here to make thing, and I literally can't steer this without it going off in a wild, wonderful direction. I'm literally trying to get it out of the corner and it won't go. You've kind of got to turn in stages. So it's a good job I didn't need to actually turn so much. And basically when you do turn, you slide. So this is the R8. I would like to call it the stupid edition, or the oh my god it is insane edition. But with that, I'm going to leave you with this view, our mod review of these essentially two types of supercar. In fact, actually, this is not, and essentially different skins on each one and slightly different versions. But we'll post the times with the video for the record. I'm actually going to redo the Bugatti Veyrons, oh sorry, Chirons or whatever they're called, because on this map. So we've got the times for those on Goldcrest, and this is going to be a thing. This is going to be our version of Top Gear's lap time. It's Goldcrest, it's a supercar, boom. And we basically race down that road with no traffic and see how fast you can go. So our winner of today's little, I would say, drive off is the R8 with the fancy skin, and they did it in 21.3 seconds. And strangely enough, the Audi R8 Yellow actually did it quicker just than all three Ferraris. Now, I will like to say that one of the Ferraris did have two runs because it flipped out, and one of the Ferraris did have a little shaky start and wasn't perfectly straight. So what we'll probably do next time is when we race them, we'll actually use GPS mod to get us straight, and potentially, hopefully, if GPS mod actually allows it, completely use it for the entire race. So that way in a straight line, no deviations. So with that, I would like to say thank you for viewing today. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Please check out the description for the links to these mods. And if you like what you see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And with that, thank you everyone and goodbye.